What's good with y'all? Now, y'all know I'm back. That means it's time to catch up, man. Y'all know when I'm on this camera, y'all finna get that A1 content. It's only right. Now, I got a couple things to address. You know what I'm saying? A couple things that y'all want to know regarding NBA 2K21, of course, because that's why y'all here. But first things first, let me shout out to all y'all who hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, who rock with me. We just hit 92,000. 8,000 more 100K plaques going on the wall. It's going to be the only plaque I have on the wall. So shout out to the gang. We on the grind. We finna get there. But, like I said, let's get to NBA 2K21 right now, man. So, from what I've heard from RatingKING himself, from what I've been reading, from what I've discovered upon my own research of taking the time to learn more about this game to let y'all know, is that NBA 2K21 will be two totally different, completely separate games almost for current gen and next gen. What does that mean?
Yes, current gen will still have park/neighborhood. Yes, it is two different games. We are building next gen from the ground up. Two totally different games.
And how could I forget? NBA 2K21 Kobe Edition giveaway. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment what you want to see new in NBA 2K21 down below. We're on this 100K grind, man, so it's only right, man. But like I said, we're going to hit it in style, we're going to celebrate, and we're going to do some giveaways, man. I got y'all. Let's get it.
We're giving you two totally different games. We're giving you next gen game, which is built from the ground up, and we're giving you current gen game.
Now, a lot of the time, I like to give y'all that reference of NBA 2K14, of how NBA 2K14 on 360 and PS3 was completely different than it was on Xbox One and PS4. So with that being said, you can expect the same difference, if not a bigger difference, because they're building the game from the ground up. That's what they keep saying, they're building it from the ground up for the next gen, while the current gen is out there. I guess they're not saying that they're building that from the ground up, so they're probably going to build off of NBA 2K20, have a similar park, have kind of a similar feel to the game. So do not expect a big leap from 2K20 on current gen, because that's not the focus. Keep in mind, we haven't seen any features, any details regarding NBA 2K21 on current gen per se. We've seen everything based on next generation. So y'all keep that in mind as well. Now y'all know me. I'm up with this because I know what's going on, because I've even pre-ordered the game myself. You know, I pre-ordered the game, so, and listen, I'm going to plug in to what Ronnie 2K himself saying this type of stuff. So if you don't take my word for it, because you maybe not new to the channel, maybe you don't know how I get down, but everything I talk about, everything I post is definitely A1 is certified. You know what I'm saying? When you see certified, you know what it is. So if you're new to that, I know some of y'all might be skeptical, but you know what I'm saying? You can trust me. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, number 2 today. Last year's calendar from Ronnie 2K himself.
When some gameplay trailers are coming out, go look at last year's calendar. It's all there. I would assume that it would be similar to that. Same with features. Anything features, trailers, we don't change it that much over the years, so you'll have to look. If you guys ever want an idea of our PR calendar, I would always look at previous years, because we don't really change that stuff that much. But of course, this year's a little interesting in that we have
regards gameplay and features. As far as the scheduling of when they release details or when they release gameplay and features, should be the same as last year. Now, if y'all rock with me in my last video, I told y'all that pretty much every year, what he's saying is 2K drops pretty much the same content. They release information, gameplay, details regarding features, badges, builds, demos, all around the same time each year. So if you look last year, when they start releasing certain features and certain information, it should be the same or around the same time as it'll be this year. So for example, gameplay trailers, player ratings, features as far as my career, my GM, gameplay, play now. Now we always know that the first gameplay we get is usually play now. Even before that, we always get like a little leak before that, beforehand, and which we try to verify. But then we'll get some play now gameplay with a couple of good teams, some my GM features, and then my career and my player is gonna be the last type of information we get. It's always like that every year, so y'all can expect that to be pretty much the same. Now, number 3, what transfers over?
100K for old gen, 100K for next gen. Of course, VC transfers over,
now at this point, some of y'all know, a lot of y'all already know, only thing that's transfer over is VC and my team cards. Now, as far as the my team cards, what I've heard is that they may be like a little bit more updated because this is next gen, but you will have the same cards per se. That's not as hard to do. My players, what we want to carry over, they won't carry over because it's going to be 2 different games. It's almost going to be like, put it this way. When I say 2 different games, it's almost going to be kind of like 2K21 and 2K22. I feel like No, put it this way. I feel like NBA 2K21 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be 2K20.4. I'm not even gonna say 0.5. I feel like it's gonna be like a 0.4, maybe 0.5. But then I feel like NBA 2K21 on next gen will be the actual NBA 2K21. The one on the current gen is just gonna be something to hold us over until the next gen comes out, because that's where all the focus is. That's the new game. That's the new game. It's built from ground up. You can't build two games from ground up on two different console generations and expect, both of them to have the same effort, energy. So, don't expect. At this point, I'm not sure what to expect from the current gens, but they have confirmed Park will be back. And if you paid attention to those cars that they had, it said the neighborhood is going to be something else now. It's not going to be the neighborhood no more. The neighborhood is gone. So it shouldn't be the park, because the park will be the same. So obviously next gen is going to have something much bigger, much more different, compared to the park is going to be on the current gen. So the park will be back in the current gen from RatingKIng himself. What else we got? Like I said, it's built from the ground up. So it's going to be new features, new badges. RatingKIng himself said new badges. So when it says built from the ground up, that means a couple of things is going to be crazy with this game, especially since VC can transfer. One, glitches are going to go crazy. I know a lot of y'all subscribe for glitches because that's what y'all want to see. Y'all want to make y'all life easier. I don't blame you. So definitely expect that badge grind and that VC grind to get a little bit tougher next year, because that's just 2K for themselves, especially if they're allowing VC to transfer over. That's a nice thing to do, you know what I'm saying? Allowing the VC you build up in 2K21 on current to transfer over, because by the time the next gen comes out, you might have your VC stacked up, but best believe that it might be challenging to stack that VC up. So it's going to be very, very important to be ready for whatever come out that's going to help you get that VC early on. Next thing, the last thing I want to pretty much address for this in this video is that given the fact that they're building the game from the ground up for next gen, you can definitely expect to see a new my player build system. And given the fact that he's already confirmed there's going to be new badges, that's just going to add to that, you know what I'm saying? So if there's new badges, there might be a new way to get them. Now that's speculation.
Over, but we're going to have new badges, we're going to have a lot of different stuff, but we're working on ways to one-to-one tweak them. So,
but you could definitely expect to be a new build system, given that he's already told us that they're building it from the ground up. That's just what it is. If you're building a game from the ground up, you're not going to have the same copy and paste system. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to be pie charts or whatnot, but I know a lot of us, what we want to see is badges reflect our attributes more accurately. Now, let me give y'all a quick, brief example of what I mean. And if you're new to 2K or not new to 2K, or maybe you don't understand what I'm getting at, I'm going to explain it for you so everybody can get a picture of what I'm trying to paint right here. So check me out. So in 2K20, you pick a pie chart, you assign attributes to these: defense, shooting, playmaking, and finishing, right? So put it this way, I'm gonna give you the quickest example. Let's say you put all your attributes on defense, as many as you can, but you have a 0 steal. Let's say you put everything up on defense, but you have a 0 steal. You can still get pickpocket on gold or Hall of Fame, depending on what pie chart you pick. That's kind of inaccurate. You shouldn't have to be able to get certain badges. I feel like your badges should more reflect your attributes more specifically next year. I feel like that'd be the best way to create some balance within the game. That way, because if you play 2K20 right now, you're going to get on the game, it's going to be lockdowns, green and threes, hitting full whites, because they have the badges. Non-shooting builds can shoot. It's annoying, but it's always small stuff like that. If they tweak the attributes to reflect the badges better, then the game would be a lot better in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the badges sometimes are overpowered. So if you already have good attributes in certain categories, and then you're able to get certain overpowered badges, then it's gonna make your player an overpowered player. You know what I mean? But keep in mind, every year the game is not the same at the beginning as it is from the end. So with all the patches and updates, you have to keep upgrading your player, or maybe change the meta, because the meta is going to change every year, because everybody wants to cheese the game as much as possible. Especially at the beginning, when nobody has badges, nobody has attributes. Not nobody, but a lot of people don't have badges. A lot of people don't have attributes. A lot of people are playing the game because it's fresh, it's new. It's a lot of casuals on the game. A lot of tryhards trying to hit legend. Everybody trying hard when the game first come out, because everybody just want to go crazy. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. But That's gonna come with every new 2K, every game. But this year is gonna be amplified because we're getting 2 different games completely. Not only are we just getting 2 different games, we can play these different games. Oh, let me add this last part. Let me explain to y'all how different the game is. The games are so different that I believe it's gonna be backwards compatible. That's how different the game is. It's not like you're gonna be playing the same game. That was what really opened my eyes. I was like, wow, this is really 2 completely different games. Because if it was the same game, it wouldn't necessarily need to be backwards compatible. You could just play it on next gen. But since it's backwards compatible, you'll basically have 2 different NBA 2K21 games: the current gen version and the next gen version. But there it is, man. Anyways, y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all make sure hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn the notifications on. Till next time, man. Disky out.